How's it going there, YouTube? It is your boy, YouTube Reload, coming to a new video today. Today's video is going to be a unboxing and review of the Canik TP9SF, my latest handgun purchase. If you watched my previous video, you see I hinted at a new purchase I was making. So as I said in the previous video, I did sell my Smith & Wesson SD9VE. I was just getting tired of it. I've had it for roughly 2 years, almost exactly 2 years actually. And I was just getting bored of it. I mean, it was a decent handgun. It was good for when I had it. It was good for the price. It was cheap. Shot good. I upgraded it. Played around with the internals. Got it shooting about the best I could get it, but I really leveled off with my skill with that handgun. So I wanted to step on something that held more, a little more accurate, and a little just better overall. Now, price-wise, this thing cost me the exact same amount I sold my SD9VE for, which was $300. Handgun cost me $299.95. There's a $25 shipping fee. There's a $25 FFL fee, so the final price I paid for this was $350. So $50 more, and as you guys can see, if you know about this gun, much better value. You know, Smith & Wesson is American, and Canik is made in Turkey, and it is actually pronounced Janik. They pronounce their C's as J's, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be calling it Canik because, you know, I prefer that over Janik. Here is the box right there and their logo. Now, as I said earlier, this is made in Turkey, not in America, so if you have a problem with buying weapons made in other countries, specifically the Islamic countries such as Turkey, then you're not going to want to buy this. But me personally, I bought this through a local gun shop that imported it through an American importer, so yes, some money is going to Turkey, but even more of it's going to American companies. This gun shop that bought it from the importer that bought it from Turkey, that's two spots right there, and then Turkey just bought it from Turkey. So, I'm not going to get into politics right now. This isn't my purpose of my channel. So let's open it up. First of all, you get yourself your nice hard case box here. It is a slide lock right here. Pop open each side and open it on up. Now I have already opened this and played around with it, so it's not going to be exactly how you see it. Comes with a product registration card. Just their general tag that's wrapped around it. A quality control little tab. Also took that off. And here you see nice closed cell foam cut out real nice. Now for $300 you're getting a lot of stuff with this handgun. So first you can see the handgun itself actually comes in a Serpa style holster. So if you're familiar with the Blackhawk Serpa holsters, exact same thing. Opens by pressing right here and slides right off. And it is Canik branded as well. And here is the handgun itself. I did go with the black version. I like the black over the Desert Tan. I think the Desert Tan is just too cool looking, not my style. So let's get to some basic info on this handgun. This handgun is the Canik TP9SF. It has a 4.5-inch barrel, 18-round magazine capacity. This one does come with the upgraded sights. It comes with the rear Warren blacked out sight, and then their normal front white dot sight, which is a, I really like this rear Warren sight. And there is the Warren logo, if you can see that. I really like that. It's a lot easier for sight acquisition. So some more info on this. With the 4.5-inch barrel, it has 18-round magazine capacity. Here is the magazine release on this side. Does spit it out very nice. You have the viewing windows on the back. And the SFs, and the SF and newer versions, come with the matte finish in their magazine. These are Metgar magazines made in Italy for Canik. And if you know anything about Metgar mags, you know they are very high quality. And magazines are going to be your #1 fail point for any firearms, because you're putting a $20 to $50 magazine in a $300 to $1,000 firearm. Obviously, that's going to fail first. So the slide is phosphate, and over the phosphate is a Cerakote finish. You can have a very durable finish. On the back, you have some rear cocking serrations, which is nice and deep, easy to grab, good firm grip of. A nice large slide release / slide lock, very easy to hit. I did have some drop the magazine out. I don't know, maybe it's just me and it's a new firearm. I do have some problems, and that wasn't too bad, getting this to lock up there. I think personally it's probably just me not being used to it yet. The SFs do have a more angular slide, while the SAs and the V2 have a more squared off slide, which gives a nice look. You can get a very nice high grip on the gun. I love the grip on this thing. For having an 18-round magazine, it is a very slim grip. And on the side over here, you do have some stippling, so when you bring your hand, your thumb up here, you have a nice place to set it. Once again, the gun is empty, as you can see. Let me show you something cool too as well. And back here, you have a striker indicator. That's just to indicate that your striker is cocked in the rear position. So it is empty, obviously. And I pull the trigger, bam, gone. And that is not a loaded chamber indicator. That is a striker indicator. So I'll hold it back, bam. Next thing, you do have a loaded chamber indicator up top, so if you put a round in, this will pop up right there. To get a nice view on that, and there is a little bit of red on there, so it is tactile, or not tactile, I'm sorry. You can feel it, and it's also visual as well. And with the SF, one thing they did do is they removed the biggest improvement, in my opinion, over the SA, is they removed the single action decocker, which is real controversial with some people. Some people think it's a terrible idea to have on a single action gun. Other people say it's a great idea. I would rather not have it, but to each their own. It does have industry standard dovetail sights, but they are two different. From what I've read, I believe the front sight fits the standard Smith & Wesson MMP line, and the rear sight fits the standard Glock line. So you can't upgrade the sights as well. To break down, actually we're going to pause on the breakdown. Let me show you the trigger first. It does have the standard Glock style trigger safety right there, so pulling on the side won't make it go back. And this is by far the best safety, factory safety, I have ever felt on a striker fired gun. And for this price range, this is a trigger better than, I would say better than the Glock. So first, let's do a little bit of test firing here. As I said before, empty. So it has a bit of initial take-up that's relatively smooth, and you can see you hit that initial wall right there. And that last little break before the wall is nice and short. Very tactile, very nice. The reset, right there. That's it. So the reset is just beautiful. So if you can ride that reset, you can really get some good shots on there. I would say it's even close to my 1911 trigger. Now the full one is a full, nice long two-stage style striker trigger. Get your nice initial take up, the wall, the break. I'm a huge fan of this. Okay, so let's break this down real quick for you guys. So what you're going to do is, first thing, pull the trigger, pull back slightly on the slide, and pull down on these two tabs on either side of the handgun. So we're going to pull down and push off. There is the frame, very light frame, and their beefy slide. Now this is a big slide. You got a lot of mass there, which can contribute to some higher recoil. So we'll pop the recoil spring off, push the barrel up and out. And I want to show you guys something as well. Look how polished that feed ramp is. They really polished that nicely from the factory. That's one thing that I'm really impressed with, is just how nice that looks. Very contoured well, beveled well, it just looks good in general. So this one as well is their 4.5-inch match grade barrel, which is what I personally got because I'm going to be using it for my 3-gun competitions. I want something a little more accurate. To reassemble, opposite steps, barrel back in, recoil spring in the grooves there, compress it, push it down, make sure it is in the grooves down there, bring your slide back, or your frame back, flip it over like so, slide back up, oh, there we go, that simple, beautiful. So let's look at some other stuff you get in the box as well. You do get 2 18-round magazines. One I do have partially loaded. With that, you also get a nice cheap magazine loader. It works almost the exact same thing in the Glock. I wouldn't be surprised if they're made in the same place. You get 2 mounting options for the surplus style holster, one of which being a belt loop, the other being a paddle. I'm probably not going to be using this holster because I do have a nicer Safariland locking holster. You get a cleaning brush here, nice wire brush, a cleaning jag, fitting up nicely in this cutout up here, and as well as an owner manual with all your various information in it and such. So this is a lot of stuff for a $300 handgun. You're getting a lot of value for this handgun, and I am really liking this so far. So I'm gonna be throughout this video, I'm gonna be throwing some clips and be shooting it and loading it. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. But that's basically my overview and review the Canik TP9SF. I really enjoy this handgun. As I said before, some people might have problems with that because it's from Turkey. I really don't care too much. I mean, most stuff you buy is from China, and China's a communist government, so I don't know what people complain about there. Magazines come out nicely. They fit in real smooth. They pop out without much force. You do have the bevel cut out here, so you can strip a magazine if you get a double feed, as well as different interchangeable rear back straps. The small one's on here, but there is a large as well. I prefer the small. I do have slightly, I got average size hands, so it fits nice and well in here.